Hello everyone, and thank you for joining us. Today we are talking about lighting with gradients. Using gradients to light your scene is similar to HDR lighting, but it gives you the ability to quickly make custom lighting setups without having to go into another program. So let's jump in and see what it's all about. Okay, so today we are talking about making sexy images with gradient lighting. So today I'm going to be using C4D and Redshift, but this lesson is really geared to more of a conceptual level rather than a software level. Now I will be going through some of the ways to do it in Redshift, but regardless what package you use or what renderer you use, the concepts still apply, and you should be able to achieve this in whichever software you choose. So don't let the tools that I use deter you. All right, so what is gradient lighting? Gradient lighting is essentially, how I look at it is it's almost taking what would normally be HDR lighting and replacing it with gradients. Now, I don't know if this term is actually legit, but it's what I call it. I call it gradient lighting, and what I like about it is you can create essentially custom HDRIs that you can control on the fly, right? And I can get some nice, rim lights. I can get nice blues, and I can get kind of custom bespoke, environments, and I can update them really easily. So how do we do it? All right, so in this one, I'm gonna try to kind of work backwards. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn off what I have, and the first thing you need to do is, in whatever package you're using, you need to go through the steps of creating an HDRI. So in this case, we're going to create a dome light. Okay, so the dome light instantly, when we have it, it's going to instantly put a white tint on here unless we feed an image in. Now, of course, you can feed a gradient into an image, and that's it. You're done, whatever. What I don't like about that is that you don't have control, right? It's not very flexible. I always have to go into another package, update my gradient, see how it looks, etc. So with this, I can come in here and I can make this blue. It's going to make it blue, but I don't have really any options to put a gradient in here or really anything at that. So how do I do it? So what I want to do is I want to come to my dome light and I want to add a shader graph. Okay. So let's go ahead and add a shader graph, and you're going to see when it does that, automatically applies a new texture to it. So let's go into this new texture and let's see what it does. So in this new texture, we have the dome light node and the output. So you don't really have to worry about the dome light node as far as the specifics of it. What you need to do is just know that this is feeding into the dome light, right? Which is essentially our world environment that's lighting everything. So let's go over to utilities, and oddly enough, for some reason, you would think you could create a gradient with the Redshift ramp. Just know, for whatever reason, it doesn't let you do it. So what you actually need to do is you need to go to Utilities, Cinema 4D, and let's create a C4D shader. Now, this is actually kind of a good thing because with the C4D shader, you have a lot more options than you do with the Redshift ramp. So let's just take this, let's take the texture output, and let's pipe it into our general texture. Okay, so when we do this, nothing happens because we haven't told it what to do. So let's go to our C4D shader and let's select this and let's tell it that we want a gradient. Okay. Now instantly you're going to see the light change. Okay, so what's happening? So essentially what's happening is it's taking this gradient and it's wrapping it around the atmosphere, the environment, right? As an HDRI normally would. So let's just take a zoom out here and let's look at that. Let's go way, way, way out. And you'll see that as I pan around here, you can see that's the beginning and that's the end, and then there's the gradual fall off. So essentially what we've done is we've created like a softbox almost, right? We're almost like wrapping this with a softbox, kind of if you were doing like a product shoot or something. So that's cool. So we have that, and what's really nice is we have control now. So now we can come in here and I can take this gradient. Actually, let's actually come over here and do it. We have the control to come in here, and let's go to our texture here. And let's start messing with our gradient. Now, if we make it all black, everything is gonna disappear because there's no light. But let's take this black and let's make it like kind of like a, I don't know, like a blue color or something. Now instantly you're seeing not much is happening, but it is giving us a slight blue tint here. So let's take our dome light And let's just increase the intensity so we can see it a little bit more. All right, so we're starting to get a little bit of blue fall off here. Make this even larger. We're starting to get a little bit of blue fall off here. So what if we come in once again? Let's go to our gradient. Let's go to our gradient and let's come here and let's make it like a pinkish red, something like that maybe. Okay, so now what's happening is if you can imagine this gradient getting wrapped around this environment, right? So if we essentially want to change where this is happening, we can just spin our dome light, right? Because all it's doing is it's projecting a gradient on the back here, and now we're getting this kind of this cool pink highlight that's happening here. It's what appears to be kind of like over here, what appears to be like the blue edge, right? So we have this control now. So what would happen if I just flip this? Well, now you can see we're actually getting the pink highlight over here, and we're getting the blue highlight, right? Now this is cool because we have control. We can custom build essentially our lights, our softboxes, like where they're going to be. Now let's just get rid of, I'm going to cheat here and see what I had from my other one. So I had like a blue, a pink, and then a light blue, or like more like a purple. So let's put that purple in here, and let's just see what happens. So let's make this over here, this, and then maybe we'll make this like a nice like kind of dark purple here. So now we're getting some really kind of like, I mean, yeah, they're wild, they're a little wild, but like we're getting some more kind of interesting effects that are happening. We're getting more dramatic, almost more stylized effects that are happening. And, you know, I'm doing this so quick, and it's really on the fly, you know, like this is pretty rad in my opinion. Like if you look at that, like let's see what she looks like. I mean, that's pretty dope, right? Like you got these like awesome pink highlights, pink here, and then like naturally it's creating your softbox here. But so that's really that's the gist of it. Now the last thing I want to touch on is you could really take this one step further if you really wanted to get kind of creative with it, because if you're a C4D user, you'll know that with this shader graph, you could really put anything in here, right? I could put an image. I can put any of the effects that they have. I can even come in here and I could put a layer, right? So let's take a layer, and then our layer, I can come in here and I could just put whatever. Let's just take a noise. So I could take the noise, and then I could like overlay this on top, and then I could just mess with this until I got what I needed, right? Or I could even make it like, I could even mask it with it, right? I could do all sorts of different things with it. And I could get different interesting results that I might not be able to get so easily with not a custom HDRI image that we have here. So that's going to do it for today. I hope that this is helpful, and I will see you on the next one.